Welcome to the Ultimate Trifecta, the podcast where leadership meets real life. I'm Julia, and every week we will explore what it means to lead with resilience, walk in accountability, and live with humility. No matter your title, your industry, or your story, we'll unpack powerful principles that don't just inspire leaders, they transform them. Whether you're in the boardroom, on the shop floor, behind the scenes, or rebuilding from a setback, you belong here. Who are you without a title? Episode number 2. So let me ask you something very personal. Who are you when the titles are stripped away? Not your job, not your degree, not your role as a mom, a dad, a manager, a director, a speaker, or a leader. Just you. This question hit me like a ton of bricks after I lost a title that I had worked hard to earn. And maybe you've been there. A change in career, a shift in identity, a life events that rewrites the script you thought you were living. In my case, I found myself staring into the mirror one morning and asking, if I'm not that anymore, then what am I? Who am I? It's a humbling moment. But let me tell you, it's a very freeing one. Because titles can give us structure. Yes. That they can also become a shield. Something we hide behind. Something we use to measure our worth. And when that title is taken away, or simply outgrown, it forces us to rediscover the deeper truth. That who we are has never depended on what we do. Think about that. Let me say it again. That who we are has never depended on what we do. Take away the business cards, the email signature, the conference lanyard, and what's left? Here is what I've learned. When you strip away the title, you're not left with less. You're left with real. You're left with your character, your faith, your grit, your story, your voice, your presence, and your purpose. These are not things the world can give you. So guess what? They're not things the world can take from you either. One of the most unstoppable forces in this world is a person who knows who they are, without the need to perform, impress, or pretend. That's what the Unstoppable Trifecta is really about. It's about standing strong in who you are, not just what you do. It's about building resilience that isn't based on applause. It's about walking in humility that doesn't need a platform. It's about being accountable to the real you, not when nobody, and I mean nobody, is watching. So today, I want to leave you with a challenge. I want you to ask yourself this. Who am I becoming when no one is giving me a title to wear? Because that version of you is the unstoppable one. Thanks for listening to the Unstoppable Trifecta. If today's episode sparks something in you, share it with someone who needs to be reminded that they are more than a title. And don't forget, resilience, humility, and accountability aren't just values. They're a way of life.